Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. If this is your first time here, my channel is about reselling. I show what I sold. I show when I go to the thrift store and pick up things to flip for a profit. And I do videos like this, which is all high dollar profit, what sold. I am going to show you 30 items. I paid under $400 total for all 30 items, and they sold for over $3,000. So let's get started. All right, so first I'm going to go over a little bit of housekeeping with you, and that is that all 30 of these items were buy it now. None of these were placed on auction. They were all set at a specific price and people bought them. Some of them did go for best offer. I will try and let you know if I do remember the ones that did, but none of them were an auction. Just a little tip, especially if you are new, and even if you're not, if you're trying to increase your sales, watch these titles when they come up on screen to see what keywords I am using, and also look at the pictures. I think your pictures are extremely important when you are listing stuff on eBay because you want people to be able to see your item. You want it to look clean and professional. I do use a background remover. I use Bazaart, B-A-Z-A-A-R-T, to remove my background so it is perfectly white. There are some people that don't like it. They think the item looks fake. I feel, and it is just my opinion, that it looks better with a clean white background and it just looks more professional. So let's go ahead and get started. And these first two items actually are going to be out of order because they sold today and yesterday. So first up is going to be this stretch hand blown Art Deco vase. I actually have two of these, and this one sold in less than a week for $46 plus the buyer paid shipping. So I am about $10 into this in an online glass lot. If you don't know, I do use high bid auctions to purchase a lot of my lots that I get for resale. I do thrift, but that's honestly only about 5 to 10% of my inventory. With the amount of inventory that I need and the store that I would like to maintain, thrift stores just are not enough for me to sustain the volume that I do. All right, so this talavera planter I got at a garage sale. I only paid $3 for this, and it sold in about a month for $45 plus the buyer paid $15 in shipping. I know you see $11.40 up on the screen, but I do want to say that that would be if it shipped to me, and the screenshots, unfortunately, it only shows shipping to me. So a lot of times the buyers paid quite a bit more than what you were seeing up on screen. So talavera is one of my favorite items to pick up. Also Tonala, both of which are Mexican pottery items. And as long as you can keyword these items well, they sell, and typically they will sell pretty fast. I have a few that I priced up high because I like them and I don't mind them sitting on my shelves, but overall they sell pretty fast. Up next is actually another garage sale find. Both this one and the one you just saw were from garage sales up in Cincinnati, Ohio when I went to the reseller rally. This one I paid $2 for. It is a Coleman 220E. It was marked on the bottom 60, so it was from 1960. It did have Chad written on it in marker. I tried to take it off. I could not get it off, so I just took some photographs to show what it looks like. And it sold in less than 2 days for $46 plus the buyer paid $10 in shipping, making it over a $40 profit. I actually put off listing it because I hate cleaning stuff and it was dirty and dusty, and I did clean that off, but I could not get the Chad name off of it. So Coleman Lanterns, if you see them cheap, I would say pick them up. They sell well. Some aren't worth a ton, but if it is cheap, you will definitely make a profit on that. Next is the first of quite a few items you are going to see from a cart lot. Again, this was an online high bid auction lot. And what a cart lot is, because I have been asked, is basically it's a bunch of stuff on one cart and you just bid on the whole cart. And I did pay up for this cart lot. I paid over $320, but I am in the profit by quite a bit. And actually one item that you will see later pretty much paid for the whole cart. So this is a vintage cobalt blue ruffle glass vase, and those are keywords. As I said, keep an eye out, look at those. And this one sold really fast for $40, plus the buyer paid $9 in shipping. In that cart lot there were at least 60 items, so I'm figuring I'm about $5 in. At this point though, it really doesn't matter. Everything that sells off of that cart lot is profit, because I have sold well over that $320 mark. So this vase was not named, it did not have a maker, but if you look at those keywords on the screen, it sold really fast. Up next is another item that sold very fast, was from that same high bid auction. It was not in the cart lot. I actually got 2 enamel plates in the same lot. I paid $12 to $15 each for them. This one sold overnight for $39.99, plus the buyer paid $8.55 shipping. So this is an item that I was not able to find comps for. It was from the 1950s. So I pretty much look up enamel copper plates, and I priced where I was happy with what I would get, and it sold really fast. I might have been able to get a little more money, but that is okay. I am completely happy with a $25 profit in less than 12 hours. Up next is the first of many that you are going to see in this video. This I got at a pawn shop, which is not a typical place that I source, but I want to say now that varying up how you source is extremely important. And I think this was kind of brought to the forefront when COVID hit and nobody could go to thrift stores. So as I said, for me, I only get 5 to 10% of my inventory from thrift stores. So when that happened with COVID, it didn't hurt me at all. Like, it didn't faze me. I didn't have any issues getting inventory. However, if there are lacking auctions, which I have not ever seen, then you're able to go somewhere else. Like, go to the thrift store, go to the pawn shop. If you have a bins near you, go to the bins. You need to vary up, because sometimes your sourcing place is not going to have anything and you need to be able to find somewhere else. So I stopped at this pawn shop because I took Dalton to get his hair cut, and the thrift store was already closed, but the pawn shop was open until 6. So we went to that to that pawn shop. I actually found a beautiful Steuben strawberry worth over $600. That has not sold yet. I paid $50 for that. And then I was looking in their case and I saw this Wedgewood china, and it was priced at $500. And I actually asked them if they could take less. They said they would take 400, and I did get 72 pieces. So I am actually about $5 into each piece. This one plate sold for $48.99, making it very close to a $40 profit. And it's only been a little over a month since I got this stuff from the pawn shop. So if you see a pawn shop or a thrift store or a garage sale, stop at all these different places, vary up your sourcing, because you never know what you are going to find. Up next, these are some Sims sandals. These actually, I lied to you guys at the beginning. These are the only item in this whole video that sold on auction. And the reason I put them on auction is because they were dirty and they had a bunch of mud and stuff caked in the bottom. I think they were probably worn once, because the top and inside of the shoes looked like they were brand new, but the bottom had mud caked, and I just didn't want to deal with cleaning it. So I put them up on auction, started them at $39.99. I did pay $2 for these at a local thrift store, and they sold for $46.66 with the bottom dirty, and the buyer was happy with their purchase, making these over a $40 profit. Up next is this stretch rainbow glass vase. This was from the high bid auction as well. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. I did spend $3,600, which is quite a big amount, but I will say you could have bought any of these lots if you weren't wanting to invest that much money. I have built my business up over the last 2 years to the point where I can buy these big auction hauls if they come available. Actually, up there, I'm not gonna let you guys actually see because I'm gonna do an auction haul. Spent $1,000 on 15 pieces on Tuesday. My mom picked them up for me on Thursday, and I should make over $2,000. So hopefully some of that stuff that's actually behind my head is going to be in the next high what sold video. So you could have bought any of these. This vase I am about $12 into, and it sold for $57.37, plus the buyer paid $9 in shipping, making it about a $38 profit, and it sold in under a week. That is the exciting thing about a lot of these items in this video, because a lot of times in my high what sold, it tends to be items that have sat for a while in my store. I have to wait for the right buyer to come along, but this stuff sold fast. So this Spartina purse, I actually found at the thrift store. Spartina purse I picked up last week at the thrift store. I paid $7 for it, and it sold for $59.99 in less than a week, making it close to a $48 profit. So Spartina is a great brand, and I actually know this brand because this brand is in the gift shop at the hospital that I work at, and they tend to only carry higher brand purses. So when I'm at work, sometimes I will look at the brands that are in the gift shop, so I learn when I'm out thrifting what to look for. And this one was really nice navy blue. It did not look like it had ever been used, and again, close to $48 profit in less than a week. Next is another one of the Wedgewood St. Austell's. You see this is a dinner plate. Again, I'm only $5 into these in that pawn shop lot. This one sold for $60 plus shipping, and it sold really fast. I had some of these listed individually, and I had some listed as place settings, and I get asked all the time, should I list China by itself or should I list them together? My opinion is if it is worth over $15 individually, I would list it individually. These, I was thinking maybe some people might want place settings, so I did list 6 as place settings, and I listed the other 6 as all individual items. After the dinner plates and the teacups sold individually, I took down the place setting listing and put them all up individually, and this one sold almost immediately after I added more dinner plates to my listings by taking down those place settings. Again, some more Wedgewood St. Austell. These I am $10 in because there are 2 pieces, and I divided it by the amount of pieces that I got. This buyer paid $53.54 plus shipping for these Wedgewood teacups, and it is about a $40 profit for me. Again, they were not listed very long individually because I did sell 6 of them to the same buyer. I actually showed that in my last high what sold, and I will drop a link down below as well as try and pop one up here for you guys with the playlist for my high what sold videos, because if you're trying to up your average sales price and get more valuable items, these videos are a great way to learn items that sell for a higher profit. With St. Austell again, and this pattern is really rare, so chances of you finding it are probably slim to none. However, keep an eye out for those teacups and espresso cups and plates that have very colorful, very bright patterns. Most of them are going to be marked on the back, and you simply look them up. They're a ton worth a lot of money. This individual espresso cup, again, I have $10 in because I bought 2 pieces, and it sold for $61.73, making it close to a $50 profit as well. Next is this Faberge Egg. Actually got this at a little local thrift store. I was really happy because I picked them up. They had $7 price tags on them. There were 2 of them, and I thought it was $7 each. I was more than happy to pay $7 each. When I got to the counter, she said it was $7 for the set of 2. So I only paid $3.50 for this Faberge egg that sold for $45 plus shipping, making it about a $38 profit. And again, it sold in less than a month. So this was signed on the bottom Faberge. It was etched in the bottom of the egg, where you would be able to see that and easily comp it if you found this at a thrift store or garage sale. Up next, this is a paperweight I got off of a high bid auction. I want to say real quick too, if you're not a member of my channel, I do offer channel memberships that provide a little more personalized and like more intricate experience with myself. And we do have the members only live coming up on Monday, where I do store reviews. I help you with your eBay store, tell you what you can do to improve it and increase your sales. And a couple of members in the last show actually said they were seeing 30 to 50% increase in sales after I reviewed their store. And also I have the middle membership, where I source for you off of high bid auctions, just like this paperweight came from. So this paperweight, I am about $15 in once I paid for shipping, and it sold for $59.49, and it sold in less than a week, making it about a $40 profit. Next, this is a Murano Art Glass DEMICANTE, which are the controlled bubbles. This is a small little bowl, and it sold in less than 6 hours. I listed it, my sale didn't even have time to kick in. Somebody sent me an offer for $60, which was actually just a couple dollars shy of where it would have been if the sale did kick in. I paid about $12 to $15 for this in a glass lot from that big estate haul, and it sold for the $60 plus the buyer paid shipping, making this close to a $45 profit. If you're not picking up breakables, and I say this over and over, why? You are passing up so much money. Shipping obviously can be learned. If you're scared about shipping it, I overuse bubble wrap, which seems to work well for me, and bubble wrap is cheap. So I get my bubble wrap from American Bubble Boy. I do have a link down in the description, and you get 4 rolls, 1,000 feet for $36 delivered. You could use a whole roll of bubble wrap on this tiny bowl, which obviously would not be needed, but you would still be in the profit by a lot. So don't be scared of breakables. Definitely pick those breakables up, look at them, try to comp them, and start selling them, because they are a lot of money. Up next is going to be a Build-A-Bear lot. So this I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. Again, very up where you are sourcing, where you are buying your inventory, because you'll always have somewhere to buy stuff from if you need inventory. I am saying I'm zero into this because I already sold other items from this lot. I only paid $20 for it locally on Facebook Marketplace. This clothing lot sold for $57.37, making it close to a $50 profit. And I could have made more on that if I separated it out. I just honestly did not feel like listing individual Build-A-Bear outfits, so I put it all together in a big lot. Up next, this is a lot of 4 Hallugin dishes. I picked these up when I was up in Ohio. I actually got these in Kentucky. I was on a long like state road yard sale, and I only paid $5 for these. They sold in about a month and a half for $41.99, making them about a $33 profit. Again, your breakables, and I think this video is probably 95% breakable. So if I was scared of or not picking up breakable items, I would have missed out on over $3,000 worth of sales. Up next is going to be this pink cranberry swirl pitcher. You can see I also put vase because some people might use pitchers as vases. So that's one of your key. So I put vase in the title as well because maybe somebody wanted this cute pitcher to use as a vase. So this was on my cart lot, so I was $5 in. It sold in about 2 weeks for $65.99, making it about a $55 profit. And all of my items, you will see the buyer does pay shipping. I use calculated shipping, put in the approximate box dimensions and weight, and eBay will calculate from my zip code to theirs exactly what that shipping will cost. Up next is another vase. This was not in the cart lot. This was in a glass vase lot. I paid about $15 for this. This was another one that immediately sold before my sale kicked in for $74.99. So it was about a $55 profit in less than a day after listing it, which is another thing that is important. You have to list it if you want it to sell. I'm trying to work through my death pile. I do go thrifting, and people ask why I still thrift if I have all this inventory. Well, my mom comes with me most times, so I get to spend time with my mom. And I also get some stress relief. When I go thrifting, I leave my little friend there at home, and I go and find some items. I don't pick up a ton. I typically can list what I get at the thrift store in a day, maybe two, so it doesn't add to my death pile. Up next is another cart lot item. This is BBK, which is Brad Keeler. I learned that after doing some research. This is a little sauce dish with the spoon and the underplate. It was on the cart lot. I am $5 in. It sold for $77.99. Small little dish, and it is over a $65 profit. Up next is a lot of two items that I got in an antique store. Again, another place to source. This is a vintage Murano style pelican, as well as a cool Jeanette glass swan trinket dish. I did pay up. I paid $20 for the pelican, and then I paid $5 or $10 for the swan. So I still made about a $40 profit. This did go out to a viewer, so I believe it is Bernard. Bernard, thank you so much for your purchase. I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad your wife likes them. I'm really happy about that. I want to take a minute to say thank you to two lovely ladies who have bought me a coffee since I did my last video. Southern Mom bought me 2 coffees. If you don't know, Buy Me a Coffee is a link where you can tip your content creator and they don't get charged as much. YouTube takes quite a bit out of those super chats. So Southern Mom said, thank you so much. Your help is so appreciated. So Southern Mom, thank you. I really do appreciate the coffees, and I appreciate you watching my channel. Next was a coffee from Carol RV Butterfly. She said, thanks so much for answering my questions and helping everybody. I got a great pickup from my first high bid auctions. We gotta talk. Carol, you know, you can message me anytime over on Instagram. She is referring to my sourcing membership, where I helped her find some stuff in a high bid auction. I believe she might have found it on her own, but I think that I helped her in that. And I love sourcing with you guys. I love finding stuff because that kind of satiates my need to source, which I obviously do not need any auction hauls right now. So it's fun to go shopping for somebody else. Carol, thank you so much for the coffee. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching me. Next item is actually a Kachina doll. I have a whole box of these. Maybe I will go through them today or tomorrow or next week. But I have about 10 Kachina dolls listed right now. I think I have 10 or 15 more that came in from a high bid auction. And this one sold for $83.24. I'm about $10 into this with the shipping, which is not bad, making this over a $70 profit. Up next, I have had this KAPADA for about 8 months. And I paid like $5 to $10 for it. I bought it in a lot of KAPADA, again from another high bid auction. This one sold for $55 plus shipping, making it about a $40 profit. Another cart item lot. This $320 cart I think was one of the best buys I've made in a very long time. I have been extremely pleased with it. You're going to see some more stuff as we get towards these higher dollar items. This is a China head German bisque doll, and I did identify that by using Google Lens. So if something's not marked, Google Lens is a great tool that you can use to look up your items. This one sold in less than 2 days. I'm $5 in, again, to those cart lot items. This one sold for $116.61, making it over $100 profit. And it sold in 2 days. We have already received positive feedback. The buyer is extremely happy with this doll. I've never sold a China head doll. I didn't know what a China head doll was. Guess what? It doesn't matter. If you can look it up, if you can find it, if you can keyword it right, you can sell it. Next is actually a local pickup. So this was sold on eBay for local pickup. I calculated in a zero cost. So I bought this toolbox full of tools for $250 locally off of Craigslist. So another way to source. Bought it off of Craigslist. I pulled out, I want to say like 3 or 4 wrench sets. One of those wrench sets sold for over $300. So the cart at that point, I had no cost into. I was going to sell it on eBay and provide shipping, but somebody actually messaged me and asked if they could come pick it up. I was more than happy to not have to worry about U-ship for freight. They paid $137, so I figure that's about $120 profit. And I did include all the contents. I basically pulled out the really valuable tools. There were some Mac, there were some Snap-on, there were some Vintage Craftsman. I pulled the majority of those out, and then I left a lot of the sockets and things like that that I didn't want to deal with. I didn't want to clean, and the buyer was extremely happy. This is a Starrett heavy duty something. I don't know, but you don't have to know to sell it. I looked up the numbers, and I have been told Starrett is a very good higher end brand of tools. So definitely keep your eye out for this brand. I did pay about $60 for this in an auction lot of this and 3 other, like, whatever this thing is. Calipers. I don't know what it is, but I got 3 of them, and I was about $60 into each. This one sold for $200, making it about $120 profit. And this one did take about 3 months to sell. The find of this auction is right here. So there is this one, and you are going to see another one. This is a Chinese king, I believe that's how you say it. It's Qing dynasty kingfisher, which is a bird, hairpin. And I figured out what these are, and I've been getting asked a lot. I use Google Lens, and then typically what I do, if I find that I have something really high dollar according to Google Lens, I go and Google it, and I try to see if there are cheaper ones made, or if there are replicas or reproduction. And with these, I could find none, which led me to deduce that these were real Chinese kingfisher hairpins. And this one sold in less than 2 days for $291. This was on that $320 cart, and I paid $5, making it over a $250 profit for a little 4-inch pen. Look stuff up you don't know, and especially in cart lots or box lots, if you buy stuff at an auction, research it. You already bought it, you already have it. Why not look it up? I did not know these were worth that much when I bid on that cart lot. I had no idea what they were, but I had them, so I'm gonna look them up, I'm gonna research them, and I'm gonna try and make the most money I can from them. We are back to the pawn shop. Wedgewood St. Austell. This was 5 sets of teacups. So that is 10 pieces. I was $50 into these, and they sold for $267 plus shipping in less than 2 days of me listing them, making them over a $200 profit. Teacups can be extremely valuable. Definitely your brighter, bolder colors. And if there's a print on the inside, look up the maker. 9 out of 10 teacups are marked where you would be able to research it pretty easily. And then there's another hair clip. This one actually doesn't even have the hair clip part. It's just the pen. And this one sold in under a week from listing. Again, $5 in. This one sold for $319. This one, honestly, to me was the prettiest one. I thought this one was going to be the one that sold the fastest. It sold second, and it is over a $275 profit. You found a magnifying glass? Your face looks so big.
Your face looks big too.
My face looks big too. Found the magnifying glasses that I listed that were in the cart that were not put up. So again, use Google Lens, research what you have, and get the most you can get out of it. Well, this is going to be the last and highest profit item. This is dinner plates from St. Austell, Wedgewood. $350. These are single pieces, which means I only have $25 into these, and they sold for $350. Close to a $300 profit in only a couple of weeks. And I find plates are really easy to ship. A lot of people don't like them. What we do is we wrap them in small bubble wrap. So we'll wrap it, put another plate, wrap it, do that, and then we wrap all of them together in large bubble wrap from American Bubble Boy. And this was just an amazing profit. These Wedgewood St. Austells from the pawn shop have been absolutely amazing, and I'm very, very pleased. I do still even have some left, and I'm already hundreds of dollars into the profit on that lot. So again, that was a bigger buy. That was a $400 buy, and I know that is scary if you're just starting out. However, the saying you do have to spend money to make money can be true. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I am going to have a what sold video out tomorrow for what sold the rest of the week that you guys have not seen yet. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And then don't forget, Monday is going to be an eBay member store review. So you haven't checked out the membership, definitely check that out. Again, have a great weekend. I appreciate you spending some of it with myself. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.